thank God I'm not gay. Thank God I'm not scared. Thank God it's not fucking happening. Thoughts and prayers.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today we have a very cool video from a very cool person, Rachel Richards. I will have his channel linked in the description. He is a man, a trans-identified man, and he responded to my video in 4 minutes and 9 seconds, which is very concise. They say brevity is the source of wit. He's very intelligent, clearly, and he has a job, has a partner, successful trans person, right? Wants to detransition. At least that's what he said in my comment on my channel that he posted. At least he was thinking about it. And in my experience, when you start thinking about these things, you end up doing them because it'll become obsessive. He doesn't want to live this lie anymore. And to some extent, he is absolutely putting up this ideal female persona that he has crafted so that he can blend into society, so that he can convince everyone else and himself that he's not a gay man. But he is. So the reality is that he is. And then this fake crafted persona and everything he's doing and tricking people in society, which he has been thus far very successful at, that is not the reality. That is a facade. And he has realized this, despite success in all facets of life, wants to detransition. And that's because, yeah, you're just living a lie. So even when it's as successful as possible, you will find people who want to detransition because it's not real. Okay, so now we're going to get into his video that Rachel made. And as you can see, it starts off with me, and I start talking about something you'll see in a second. But it's kind of funny to react to someone else's video of you, and then you're seeing yourself, and it's very narcissistic and funny and a very weird experience, but let's get through it. One does it to blend into society. Gay people, they want to just blend into society. They don't want to be treated poorly. They're treated better as women, so they transition. That's a societal issue, but they can't control society, so they change the only thing they can control, which is their body.
What he said right there resonated with me so much. It was unbelievable. Because I was a gay boy.
So was a gay boy, is a gay man. Not trying to be mean, just trying to keep it honest, consistent.
I discovered I was gay probably when I was 12 years old, but I was always attracted to boys. And unfortunately, growing up, gay was the insult for everything. If something was lame, that's gay, dude. If a boy was slightly effeminate or liked something girly, dude, he's gay, he's a faggot. And
yeah, and careful using that word, Rachel. Even if you're gay, they will take you down for using that. But yeah, I mean, I was called gay so many different times. And it's funny, even while I had girlfriends, was called gay. And yeah, I don't know, it was just the word that people used. Anything that deviated slightly from the most masculine man imaginable, and you were suddenly the F word, as he put it.
I always associated being gay with negativity. Being gay was a very bad thing in my mind. Especially because I kind of had black and white thinking. I really put gay in this box. Really bad. Straight in this box. It's good. It's normal. It's pure.
Pure. So this is very religious thinking. I'm going to throw a song up in a second. Just a piece of a song from a trans-identified man, a band of trans-identified men. They made these songs. I talk about them sometimes on this channel. I had a whole video talking about their songs because their songs show the truth of transitioning. They talk about these things. And, one of the songs goes, thank God I'm not gay. And the whole song is very telling on this exact topic that Rachel is talking about, of being a gay man, not wanting to be, praying to God, and realizing all you have to do is transition. And we're going to see this come to fruition in Rachel's own words here in a second. But you can go and check that song out. I'll have that linked in the description as well, so you can check their music out. Not very great music to listen to unless you're into it, but the lyrics are very telling. They tell a story that I've been telling on this channel of trauma, of mental illness, of pain, of identity issues, extreme suffering, emotional suffering. And they say that this is the trans experience, the trans girl experience. They're 30-year-old men, but they're girls. This is the trans girl experience. You're suffering, you're angsty. It's all normal. And what they don't realize is what they're really showing is how much trauma they've been through, their suppression of their homosexuality, all of these things that they've been through. And it's a sad channel of music to listen to when you can cut through the trans ideology and really listen to what exactly they're saying.
Thank God I'm not gay. Thank God I'm not scared. Thank God it's not fucking happening. Thoughts and prayers. Thank God I'm not gay. Thank God that I don't know anything. Thank God I'm not scared. Thoughts and prayers. It's the fucking worst, isn't it? It's the fucking curse, isn't it? It's the fucking curse, isn't it? Thoughts and prayers.
And so when I was 13, it really started to set in that I am gay. And I couldn't accept that. I really couldn't. It was like, I don't know what they call it, compartmentalizing. I thought gayness was weird, but I was gay. I was a thing that I thought was bad. For example, when I was 12 years old, I was taking a bath and I started to think about like that I'm gay. And I was starting to think, no, it's not possible. I'll grow out of it. This isn't right. And I remember praying to God. I genuinely prayed to God, if you make me straight.
So yeah, again, the thank God I'm not gay, right? Praying to God, and the answer, of course, transitioning. It absolves you of all your gender nonconformity sins.
I will marry a woman. I will have children. Please, God, just make me straight. I don't want to be gay. And unfortunately, life doesn't work like that. I was gay. And so when I was 14, I discovered that I could transition from a couple Google searches. And that was like, once I saw that, my mind was set. There was no changing my mind. I was going to become the ideal woman. That was what my mind was set on. I idealized being a woman. And
so, of course, an ideal woman doesn't exist, right? So what is he saying here? He's saying he wants to fit certain stereotypes of a woman so that he is seeing himself as a woman and other people are, so that he doesn't have to deal with the reality of being gay, a gay man. He doesn't have to ever deal with that reality because his reality is that he's a woman and everyone else is falling into this because he, I guess, has rather convinced his coworkers and everyone that he is a woman. And so it's deception and, whatever, your life. I guess I don't really care. But he has decided that he doesn't want to live this lie and continue putting up this persona, which is a persona, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Very feminine guy, clearly. But he's putting on somewhat of a persona to blend in as a woman. And so that's not him. So he's not living as himself to an extent, which is kind of sad. But I think the point I'm more getting towards here is he went from saying, I don't want to be gay, so I'm going to do this transition thing, to now living in this stereotype. Because again, an ideal woman is not real. There's what his version of an idealized woman is not mine by any means. And so, in fact, I'd say they're probably extremely far apart. And so it's just stereotypes. And that's what his personality effectively becomes the longer he is in transition. And I'm sure he gets to, to an extent, take off that persona when he gets home to his partner. But, it's still a bit fake, and it's an act, and it's tiring, I imagine. And I don't know, there is something spiritually sad about it. If we want to talk about spirituality, I'm not even talking about religion. I'm just talking about, you only get one life. Do you really want to live it following stereotypes of a sick society? No, of course not. It hurts to do that.
And it was definitely a way that I could escape being gay. Because, straight women are treated much better than gay men in society. It's better. Like, even look at the Middle East. Men in Iran, I think it's Iran, are they forced to transition, or they're like strongly encouraged to transition?
Yeah, he's right. So they're effectively forced. I mean, they're not literally, but the social pressure is so strong and the threat of violence even is so high that, yeah, you're going to transition if you're a gay man over there, basically.
To women so that they're not gay. And I just wanted to be honest and say, yeah, there's absolutely truth to what Isaac says here. That is a huge reason as to why gay boys and men transition, I think. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know this. And please support Isaac Undercooked. I think he's going to be banned soon, honestly. And it's disgusting that people can't just express their basic opinions about transgenderism. They can't just talk about it without it being called hate speech. Like, don't people on the left realize that if they can't want to cancel and silence everyone on the right, or just any normal person who wants to talk?
So this is the most important point of the video, really. Rachel here is talking about war. Look in history. Every time a minority group tries to impose some religious view on other people, look how it has gone for that minority group. Not well. They've often been wiped off the face of the planet. And so what I would ask trans people who are okay with accepting their biological reality, some of them are, and some of them are totally for free speech, you need to start talking out real fast. Because if trans people who are more vocal than you, these leftists, who want to silence people like me, Vanessa Voki, Exelanzic, all these creators who have been taken off of YouTube, if you allow them to continue running the narrative, you will be wiped off the face of the planet. Not a threat, just saying this is how it goes. We're not going to let you break the law. We're not going to make specific laws for you. You're a man, you're not allowed in the women's restroom. You're a man, you're not allowed in women's prisons. Your gender marker on your ID should say male. These certain things. Gay people didn't do these things, right? They just wanted the same tax laws. They wanted marriage. And you know, marriage is a religious concept anyway, so they probably shouldn't have called it marriage, but whatever. They just wanted the same ability to live in society, get jobs, get housing, have tax cuts, like every other person gets. And that's fine. That's why we allowed it, right? But if they, for instance, if these pride parades are starting to go around waving a bunch of dildos in gimp suits, and many people in the gay community and lesbian community were sickened to see that, and understandably, because, yeah, they're basically doing what every Christian said they would do when this became a topic to talk about. And now they're actually doing it. And it looks so bad. And then you're around kids with, dildos and gimp suits, half naked and in dog leashes, being, a bunch of fetish gear. And people are going to understandably be horrified by this. And you're then imposing your beliefs, and you're going to have issues. It's not an issue until you start effectively forcing your ideals onto people. So, yeah, I just had to say that because I don't think trans people see what they're doing. I don't think they see where they're going. I think they see it as, I'm on the right side of history. I'm going to get these laws enacted. We just got to keep fighting. We just got to keep pushing our ideals. And people will just have to accept our way of life. Let me tell you something. You will lose. We will not accept it. You are a tiny minority. You will be crushed. And if you don't realize this, then you might actually try to take it too far. And then it'll be too late. Once that happens, there's no going back. You lost the conversation with society, right? At a certain point, you will lose that conversation. And once you lose it, that's it. There's no more talking. So, yeah, really dangerous. And I hope people on the trans side heed this warning and understand where they're headed.